Santo, man Kolnyang, Mike, Shol Garangawan, Yubit, Luping Yarul, Pandiri Shet Maniel, Anaketon Niel, Zillo, Wenetona Dol. I think a kick, Kega Buka, God, the Anyalian, dear Kuika Pingin, Gemana, yet when I jang along, I did do Kega Parami, Madina Maja, Kuku, Kega, Boligan, who I that young, Wagariding, Kegela, Emmanuel, when you go, I think a kick, Kega Buka.
Halo macam tadi yang lain no. JCG drop out, huh? Happy Friday, guys. Well, I don't want. Welcome, guys. Friday in North America and probably some morning time. Everyone, welcome to the show. I'm good, brother Pete. It's Friday, you know. Friday show. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. I hope you guys I know there's a lot of people who want to greeting to my brother. Yes, I know. There should be more. Yes, there should be more. But I'm going according to the number that on the the number could be higher. So the number could be higher, right? Yeah. But I'm going according to the number that see. I know you guys will drop out, but if you want to write live, you can go. I will down with the YouTube channel there. Right? Also, if you have an Yes, my brother, please, yes, Makoi. my comrade of the Jammer, my president Benjamin Bolmer, doing a wonderful job. Job what he's doing, keeping up that is the spirit of the Jammer. He's doing a wonderful job. So that is the mission that we were hoping to see. Because we the Jammer, we don't play, we get the action. So the people, you know. Yeah, you are right. So we are aiding our comrade we are here. Okay, let me stop the music. So thank you guys. Welcome to my show, Madin Majak Show. For those of you turning in Facebook, Clubhouse, YouTube, and X, welcome. It's a good Friday. This Friday is not a good Friday like last week. It's a Friday. We are happy. I just get out from work like a couple hours ago or 3 hours ago. It's a Friday evening, so it's a time for us to relax, have rest, and let's talk about the concern that we are seeing. But the concern that I'm seeing today, and my topic of today, is about deportation. So as you see that we have two South Sudanese, one South Sudanese and one who claim himself to be a South Sudanese, but he's Congolese. But he have a document, South Sudanese document, that's make him as a South Sudanese citizen. So I've been deported so far. And according to the record that we received in the media, so what I put that 137 South Sudanese will be deported back to South Sudan. But the number could be high. The number could be more than that. So, but why is it? Why are we now? So, as we know, last month or a few weeks ago, so America has is really get into the point that upset with South Sudan government, and they suspended or provoke the visa. Whoever holds a South Sudan visa right now, your visa has been put on hold. Nobody, whoever having a South Sudan visa, you cannot able to enter the United States. Or you are here in the United States and your visa is expired, the American government is telling you to go back to your country. So that is one of the things that I won't read out. Let me get this one out very quick because there's a very big in South Sudan, in the United States Embassy website. So I won't read out that because I won't feed you South Sudanese information, because most of us don't read stuff on the news or in social media. Okay, many of us like to listen, but something that majority of people, they don't bother to read, but we need to read to see what is happening. So let me get my other device so I can read that one out. So give me a few minutes. So while I'm grabbing that.
Jilo wana tona dol tona nyel DJ Dingarang jagda lo di ana papin adena majaya jideng makwaga o tona parat iye manuni ya kudimit pandani ya ayi tona tuol butonga tona adena majaya anyar ke begwan ba ilije sukula ikapi majong jigo mami baye ayi bingi kielo adena majaya jideng makwaga o ton parat iye manuni ya kudimit pandeni ya ayi ton tuol kutonga ton adena majaya anyar ke begwan ba ilije sukula jong che yo mami pa ye aye ping kiye padene ma jaga chi den ma kwa ga o ton para ye ma no uni re ya kudin pandeni ya aye ton tuol putunga ton padene ma jaga anyar ke boy ba.
Okay, I'm back. So here is it is. This is the information on South and United States Embassy website. These are very important you guys to have. If you can visit US Embassy.gov migration, so you will see that statement. This is a statement United States government put out on their website on US Embassy website, so you can read that. It said to make Americans safe, the strong and purpose President Trump is ensuring that the U.S. migration laws are followed. This including jail time, deportation, and permanent ban on obtaining a U.S. visa in the future. Okay, so these are the things. So these are the things. The United States government right now, the current administration of President Trump, is people who having a criminal record in the U.S., who have been jailed, in prison, whether for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you are entitled to be deported. As long as you don't have a property document, whether you don't have a U.S., you are not a U.S. citizen, or you have or if you have a green card, or you don't have none of that, or you come to the United States legally. Meanwhile, while you are here in the United States legally and you break the law, you are entitled to be deported back to South Sudan. Okay, so and we have seen that majority. We have seen 2 people so far have been deported already, and there are more to go. And American government, President Trump is very serious on these issues. And I won't read this one. I want to step by step so you guys can understand what is the American policy on migration. Okay, whether you are legal or illegal, or you break the law in America. Why this deportation is very important. Okay, so you need to be very careful and follow this. Okay, so America are not playing here. If you have a family or friend who are in the United States illegally, now is a time to tell them to come home. Okay, now it's telling you, if you know anybody as a family member of your friends who stay here in America illegally, that person don't have any document. So this is the right time for you to tell them to go home. Wale Magdo, Red America 10. What she document a US citizen, okay? What she don't have a green card, what you been American illegally, like him to do by man before too late, okay? You need to tell this person to go home. Here are the consequences if the person is staying in the United States illegally. Because I'm giving you this information so you can have it, okay? So try to enter, okay? Try to enter on remain illegally and will get you caught. Some people believe they can sneak into the United States and avoid being caught. Okay, like this dude right here. Like this our dude right here. It's called what is his name? It's called Mr. Kintu Makula, and his South Sudanese name is called Nimeri Garang. So he entered in the United States illegally while he having a South Sudan passport or document, whatever he had. Okay. So if you come to the United States illegally and you think that you American government will not caught you, don't think twice. Sooner or later they will caught you, because the police in the United States, they don't play. Whenever you got into yourself into trouble, even minor things, small thing, like you, instead, for example, you go to a legal store, you just steal the candy, And the police and the store owner called the police 911, and the police come and they caught you and you put you to jail, and then you are in big trouble. Okay. So the good way that will not break the law in America, do not enter to America illegally. Okay. So this is not true. The Trump administration has strengthened border security and greatly increased the number of illegal aliens being arrested and deported. Like the border now we are hearing now, like Mexico border, that's where majority of illegal migrants sneaking into the United States. So some of people from Africa, they go somewhere, wherever, from Europe to Mexico, from Mexico, and then they sneak like somewhere there in South America. So Mexico is one of the country. They sneak into the border and then into the United States. And then when you enter the United States, you will travel around 50 states. But when you caught while you're traveling around that way, you will be subject to be deported. Okay. In February 2005, illegal border crossing dropped to 94%. In February this year, when Trump took office in January 20, and then in February, the percentage of the people who cross illegally in the United States border is dropped to 94%. That's how serious migration law is. Okay. Compared to February 2024, while arresting of illegally border crossers inside the United States increased by 627%. Can you imagine? Increase. Seen February 2024 when former President Joe Biden was the president, compared to February 2005, 627% drop, increase like instantly. If you would try to cross the U.S. border or remain, are you guys can hear me? So you guys in Facebook, can you guys hear me? Give me a thumb up. It seems like Charles Bag said that he cannot hear me. Okay, Charlie, back to check your device if you cannot see. But I think some of you can hear me, right? Those of you in Facebook, let me know. Yes, some of you, yeah, Clubhouse, you guys can hear me. What about you guys in Facebook? Okay, thank you, Majuru. Okay. Charlie's back probably is your phone or your computer there, whatever you're using. So maybe that's why. So check your mic. So thank you, Oyton. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so and thank you, Daniel. Okay, let me continue. So in 24, okay, so if you try to cross the U.S. border or remain in the United States illegally, you will be caught, detained, and sent back home. You may also be banned ever enter to the United States or face a fine, a criminal charges. Okay? So whenever you enter to the United States illegally, and when you get caught, number one, they will arrest you, charge you criminal. Number two, you will be fined to pay money. And after you pay the money, you will be deported back home. And then they will ban you. They will put you a ban on your record. You will never, ever come back to the United States. Even though you portraying the name like this dude right here, his name is Sudanese name, Nimeri Garang. He faked his name, his identity. And guys, what this guy right here, this is the third time or second time he was caught come into the United States. The first time it seemed like 2006 or 2016. And second time in 2018, and the third time in 2025. So on 2016 or 2018, 2006 or 2016, he came to the United States as a Congolese citizen. But now he came sneaking in as a South Sudanese. His South Sudanese name is Nimeri Garang. Okay. But guess what? He thinks that he will stay here as an American, and that's what the law caught him. And now he's going back. And all his record, even though he changed his name, the picture will never change. Your fingerprint will never change. Okay? These two things in American system will never change. Because whenever you come to the United States, the fingerprint, your picture, they will be there. And also, some of you are not United States, there is another thing called Social Security number. This is your identity. If you don't have Social Security number, you will never get any resources. You will never get a job in the United States unless you have a Social Security number, an ID, state ID, whatever is state ID, the state you stay at. These two things are very important in the United States, or three things if you need a job. Social Security number one, the state ID or driving license, or if you are a resident, you are coming here as refugees, or you have to have I-94, okay, or green card. These four things are very important in America. We have these four documents, okay. Green card is like when you stay in the United States, like even though you come here, you have to live in the United States for 5 years to get your citizenship. And you have to apply after 5 years, you have to apply. And you have to pay a fees. And also you will be given a book to study American law. And you have to sit for exam. If you fail, you will not be given citizenship. If you don't know language, English, you don't know how to read and write, you will not get a citizenship. Yes, of course, there are some ways that you can get through if you are, for number one, if you are elderly or you have a disability, and these are going to the court. So the judge can write you a letter for that, so that that thing will be waived. But other than that, no, you have to you have to read and write and sit for exam so that you can be given a United States citizenship. Okay. But if you are here, and this is the message that I want to let everybody know, because for all of this of you, because this document I'm trying to go through one step by step, and I just want to break it down so you guys can understand. Okay, because some of people here, they ignore a rule and the policy, but later on they will caught up, and this is why more than 137 or a bit more are getting in trouble. If you come to this country, you break the law, and you don't have a proper document, you are subject to be deported. Okay. So let me go ahead. The U.S. visa fraud. Okay. This is the U.S. visa fraud now. Okay. Has a serious consequences. The U.S. visa process is the most secure in the world. Okay. You have to be honest. I know South Sudanese always they lie. Like this dude right here. I call him a douchebag. That brings everything in South Sudan trouble. Is the guy. I don't know how his life now in Juba. Is he stay in Juba or he go back to Congo? Anyway, we need to know what are the situation now for him. American South Sudan government need to update us about that. Okay. The visa process is the most secure in the world. Okay. So yes, some people and wisely still try to cheat the system by using a fake documents like this do right here. Like Masar Nimeri Garang or AK Kitwa Maklele, whatever name it is. Okay. So cheating the system by using a fake name, lying on application, or staying after their visa expire. Okay. No, let me pause it for a second. Okay. This is what most majority of South Sudan who come to the United States now got in trouble. Some of the people who come here to the United States few years back and you got a visa and you have a South Sudan passport and you come to US and you stay here for a certain time, 6 months. I know the visa, the American visa should be good for 6 months. After 6 months, you have to go back from where you come from. But if you come to the United States for 6 months and you stay over for 6 months and your visa is expired, now you are staying in the United States illegally. So you will be roaming around state to state, or you have here, and if some of the smart people, they will seek for asylum, like some of the people that I know now, and they got that citizen. But some of people, they don't. And when you get your asylum, you have to get yourself a lawyer to file your case. So now what he's saying here, so when your visa is expired, so these are examples of the visa frauds. It is a serious crime. Yes, it's a serious crime. If you break the law in this way, you will be punished. And you may never be allowed to enter the United States again. Let me read this paragraph. It's very important for you, South Sudanese citizen, especially for those of you holding South Sudan passport and you are staying in the US. You need to read this very carefully. And you have to go to US Embassy website to read this. These are the information that I want to give to you. Okay, let me read this paragraph again. Okay, let me read this paragraph because it's very serious. It's very important. This moreover 307 they have South Sudan passport and they are now deported back. And some of them they will stay in the United States and their visa was expired or is expired. Okay. So if you are, let me read this one again because it's very, very important. Visa process is the most secure in the United States, yet some people wisely still try to cheat the system by using a fake document, try on application, or staying after the visa expires. These are examples of visa fraud. It is a serious crime. If you break the law in the way, you will be punished, and you will never be allowed to enter the United States again. You need to quote that. You need to put that one down for those of you. Okay? Move forward. The journey, sorry about that. Okay? The journey to the United States border is dangerous. Like this dude back here. Nimeri Garang. This guy is a really serious criminal. That's what Yakwana. He called him that. He's a smart criminal. Nimeri Garang. So do you guys know the name of him? Nimeri is a president. He's a former president of Northern Sudan. It's Sudan currently. It's called Nimeri, former president Nimeri. And then Garang is a name of our late leader, John Garang Damabior. That's why he coined it up. Make it his name. First name, Nimeri, and second name is Garang. Famous name in Sudan, right? Interesting guy. What a douchebag. Okay? So, for those considering making a dangerous journey to illegally across into the United States, understand that your safety and even your life are at risk. Criminals groups, cartels, human trafficking, carrying illegal migrants, subjecting them to a violent and assault. Many who attempt a journey never make it to their destination, the United States. Those who go, for example, go to Mexico to come here, some of people, they would pay those cartel to smuggle them in to the United States. Majority, according to the law of the United States here, they say the majority of people, they don't make it to the United States. Some of them, they get killed on the way. Human trafficking, number one, and you got killed. Okay. The United States, working with other countries in the Western Hemisphere to stop return people try to enter illegally before they even reach the U.S. border. You see? The America now, they are working with their partner in South America or in other hemisphere there. So they're working to make sure that they stop those illegal migrants. Okay, they want to stop that before they enter to the U.S. border. The recently, now, let's listen to this. The recently Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, announced a new visa restriction policy for foreigner officials, including migration, customs, port authorities staff who fail to help to stop illegal migration. This builds on a simple exit restriction for those in transportation and tourism industry, those who threaten U.S. security by facilitating illegal migration are not welcome in our country. Okay. The choice is clear. The choice is very clear to you. Follow the law. Simple. Simple choice is very clear to you. Follow the law. Don't stay in America illegally. When your visa is expired, go back home. Okay. If you're not a U.S. citizen and you have a green card or I-94, make sure that you renew your document. Follow the law. Do not break the law. In the United States, be locked up. Whether you are stealing some stuff, break into somebody's house, okay, drinking and drive, get yourself, because our South Sudan, we are so angry, we love to fight. Fight, kick somebody else or bite somebody, because in here in the United States, some of you, I've been here in the U.S. for 24 years, for 24 good years. I know the law in America in and out. And I see my colleague, my friend who came with me here. Some of them have been deported, and some of them are behind bar, and some of them, they lost their life. This is experience. So simple, follow the law, make a law. And that simple is a choice, it's yours to do. Break the law or you go home, they'll deport you. Okay. The risk of trying to illegally migrate to the United States far outweighed any potential benefits. You could lose your life, become a victim of criminal, or end up with a record that damaging your future and your family's future. Now, some of you are watching now in this show. I know majority of you are here in the US. It is a Friday evening. Some of you just get out from work. And some of you work night shift, probably go, but majority of you now is the time you get out from work and you You listen and you know what I'm talking about here. You know what I'm talking. Okay, let me put down the link, Dr. Charlotte back. So if you want to join me in the studio, let me put down the link here. Okay, so here's the link. I'll put the link, click the link, and then you can join me in the studio, and then you can join me. We can discuss this because this part is very important. So, some of you as you know what I'm talking about here. Okay, when you get caught, you got into trouble. Your record will be not good here. You will not get a job. For instance, if you get in trouble with the police, you got arrested. And I'm going to go there because there's a lot of issues here that I'm going to touch. And this will be the hard, going to be hard to swallow. I know these are the hard things to be swallowed, but these things need to be addressed, detailed. That's the time to talk for our Junubi, because we have seen these things get serious. And Trump administration are very serious on this. So now, when you get caught in America here, your record will be not clean anymore. For instance, you got yourself in with law, you got arrested, you come out, okay, or whatever you did will remain in your record forever. How the police track you, because what I said before, social security number. Any state that you go in the United States, they will know who you are, what you have in your record. Okay. For instance, if some of you got into trouble with the police, you got locked up, and you have a green card or I-94, it will be hard for you to get a citizenship. You will not. And those are the people now having the issues now to be deported. Those people who have been locked up for many years, 4 years, 3 years, whatever years that you have, and you felony. If you have your felony in your record, you will be. Then you are illegal here, you will be deported. Okay. So the final what it said that if you know someone who is in the United States legally, the best thing you can do for them is encourage them leave now before they are caught. Which is I'm telling you now, I'm encouraging the both of you. For anyone, the message is simple. Make the right choice. Follow the law. Do not risk your safety and your family or your future. And quote. That is, you can get that information at United States, U.S. Government website. You need more. So now, let's talk about how the South Sudanese in U.S. What are the challenge? All of this, we are getting trouble. Now, my experience and what I mentioned before and what I see for my 24 years in America. Okay. America is very serious on the law. Law no, in America, nobody above the law in the United States. I'm listening to some people who are talking on social media about this. Let me bring the issues of today. This guy's name is Emmanuel Makoi. Emmanuel Makoi was deported yesterday. So he was received by government official. And you have seen in that picture. Some of South Sudanese in social media, they are going crazy. They are going nuts about this picture. They say, "Oh, why the government why the government go to the airport to pick him up, like somebody special?" Look, how you see how the idiot these people are. This is what they are talking now. This is what they are talking for in social media. This is one of the talking points that criticize the South Sudan government. Why government official go to the airport to receive the guy who have a criminal record and he was deported, he should be treated like a criminal, not like a human being. He should be just he should not be picked up by the ministry of those two ministries. No, the migration officer should the one who should go there in the airport, pick him up, put the lock in his hand and throw into to the car and take him to the Blue House. But they were concerned why they just welcoming in this way. This is the document that are going on. But they don't even know themselves. The people who are talking like this, but the people staying here in the United States. And you are concerned about that, but you are not concerned for yourself and your children. The majority people's children that have been locked up now in the United States, South Sudanese citizen, the children, is because of you, because your household. Because let me talk about what are the effect of South Sudanese household. Why the children got into trouble with the law in America. Number one, the number one consequence is here, whether your children, you bring them to, whether you come from Egypt or East Africa, okay, and you bring them here. Okay, we have a law here, very simple. Even the dog have a law, have a rule for if you just kill a dog or a cat or an animal, you will get in trouble. So do the children. So the family here, the challenge in here, South Sudanese family are facing. The American culture, the law, our people, they grab the American child in a very negative way, different way. As you can see, the American people, they have father, mother, they have children in their household. They are living nicely in their family. Okay? But South Sudanese family, they don't. Wife and husband. Anytime you have, whenever you're having issues in your household, you have a way to solve them. Do you guys think the American people, they don't have their problem in their own household? Whether the African American or white people? They do. But they know how to solve them. And these people, they know the law. But guess what? Our South Sudanese families here in the United States, they misuse American law. Whenever you disagree with your wife or your husband here, the first thing you do, pick up the phone, call 911. And you lie. Remember what I did earlier. You lie. Whether you are wife, especially our ladies, no offense, but this is a reality. You lie to police. Oh, I got beat up, or I got raped, all kinds of stuff. Nonsense. Husband will be picked up, locked, thrown in jail. Okay? He would be all kinds of things with charges, all the different charges going on. The next thing, the woman said, no, I don't need this man. We need it. I want to separate. I want to put a strong order. I don't want him to come near me again. So the U.S. government, the United States law, police follow the rule. Okay. Okay, dude. But that X, here is what your wife says. Don't want you to be near her again. No, like 5 feet away from her. If you come 5 feet away from her, she call 911, you will go back to jail. And those charges are filing up in your record, they're filing up like this. The next thing, the woman said that, okay, if you have a kid, okay, child support. Remember, you've been charged of assault. Now child support. Or rape charges, whatever charges they're charging you. And these are filing up in your record. Child support now kick in. If you fail to pay child support, you will be arrested. Not only you'll be arrested, your driving license will be suspended. Now, so who are the victims here? The children. So children will stay with mom. The husband will go and stay somewhere, whether he will go and rent for his own or stay with some of his friends. And then he work, pay his child support, all kind of stuff. Now the family, now the children now hear that the victim. Children will grow up without dad, without mom, without. Okay, there will be no any advice that parent can give. They will grow up to the way. Now, whenever they go to school, hang out with their friends, they got in trouble, they probably go and start drinking, go to the party, go to the club. Teenager, when they grow up, when they become the teenager, mom too will be working, busy with his own or her own life. Now there's no any family, parents, guardian here to devise and to see what your children are doing. Now they get themselves into the law. They will end up in jail. These are the consequences our family are facing. And these people who are now titled subject to be deported are some of them are in this story that I'm telling you. Now, when you are 18 and above, when your child is 10, 18 and above, you are no longer a kid. You will be treated as adult. Okay. Child is back. I put down the link. If you can click that link, you can be able to come. I will see you on my studio here and bring you up. Okay. So these are the things that you will. These are the things. And this is what our people are facing now in the United States. And those more than 137 or more that will be deported, these kids are in this category that I'm talking to you about. So when the kid turn 18 and above, you are now, the law in the United States treating you as adult. You can make your own choice. Okay? So I don't know what to do, Charles back. The link, you have to click the link and follow what show you. So I could not be able to do because while I'm in the show. So all of this are the challenge our families in the United States are facing. Another thing, if your children, if you are staying here in the US with your children, you come as a migrant, as a refugees, and you come with your kids here, whether they are between whatever year you brought them here. And our people, they will forget to bring out that children document. Not that just that when you receive a green card, that's it. No, you should work hard to bring out your children and your document, your own document, be a citizen of the United States. You have that U.S. passport. Have those. The people come here, they stay here, they forgot to apply for U.S. Citizen after certain of time, 5, 10 years, whatever years that you stay here. So now when the time comes, when you got into trouble, you follow all these charges, you will be not able to get a citizenship. You know, I work with all of this. Because I get a phone call sometime when some of our South Sudan got in trouble somewhere in another state. I do. They will call me. Because they get me on my website, they will call me to talk with these people who are having a problem in their job. You know, our people always, they will get fired, they will get into trouble with other co-workers, all kind of stuff. They will be end up suspended. Later on, things will get into our hand. They will go to the police, go to the court, all kind of stuff. You know, when I'm telling you here, what I'm working in all this field. Yeah. So these are the things, you know. So how can we get this? How can we get out of this? There's challenges. Now it is the time for you as a South Sudanese to make sure that you think about, number one, follow the United States law. Okay, make sure to get your document, and let us work our differences in our own household. Okay. These are the things that we need to work on. Because Trump administration now should be an open eye for all South Sudanese citizens, people who live in the US. But our people are very quick to judge. To judge all kinds of stuff. But now yesterday, Emmanuel Makoi was deported to Juba. And he is, you see, this is he's Emmanuel Makoi. He's right there. I put on his picture on the screen. He was welcome. He feel like he's at home, right? But our South Sudanese here in the diaspora taking that negative welcoming home as negative thing. Some of them, they even go further, say that, oh, maybe these people, these government officials, they think that this guy come with money. How can they think about that and this guy just get out from jail or prison? And another my advice to you guys is, whatever you are got in trouble and you see that you are not doing good, okay, you can go back home. Yeah, some of us here, when you feel that you are not, your life now is in the mess, and you see what the American government, United States, written in their website. If you think about, don't put your life and your family at risk. If you think about the way you just go back, I see some of my friends that I know, we've been living here in the United States for many years. They went back home now, and they're doing very good. They're doing very well. They're doing very good. Instead of spend the rest of your life behind bar here in the US, or your life would be done, you will not get a job, all kinds of stuff, even though you get a under the table job, it will be not like the thing. But you will always having a second chance in life. Whenever you fall, do not fall and remain on the ground. You always get up on your feet. Okay? And make a difference in your life. Sharing your life around. American here, when you are in the United States and you got all of these, you got in trouble, your police, all kinds of stuff, and you said, okay, you want to turn your life around, United States government or United States police law, they will give you a second chance. There are resources everywhere across 50 states here. Okay, they will help you. They will help you to get up your feet. You clean up yourself. Your record you will clean up, and they will see and you follow the rule. What judge tell you, do 1, 2, 3. You follow those things. Guess what? The law will give you a second chance, and you will become somebody that you want to be. But if you are not follower of those, and you do our Junubin mindset, Rasgoi, that's how we call Rasgoi. Hey, that Rasgoi will get you to nowhere. And I understand the life in America is not easy. Majority of us, we live paycheck to paycheck. We work. If you don't work, you will not pay your rent. You will not pay other bill. Then you will end up. Some of people that will get into trouble, they will always get into problem. Number one, when your problem will start with drinking. Some of my friends that I came here and I see, the problem is start in my own eye. Stay with them. Start drinking. Go to the bar, club. This is where our problem, our kid, our young, our teenager, that's where they start the problem. And if the parents are not serious to supervise them, your children, to parent, as a parent, parenting them, they will end up. And the law will be the one who deal with those, and then they will end up being deported. And then we, the parent, we will have a huge thing we have to blame here in our children's life. If that fail here in the United States, we are the one. We are the one to be blamed. So this is the time for us. This is the time for us to think twice, to make sure that you are living in the US, there are laws to follow, to make sure that if you have a kid here, teach them about American law. Make sure that be in your children's life all the time. Both parents, try to figure out how to solve your differences with your wife or your husband. Those are the things that I want to address. And before I give a shout to some of the people that want to come up, let me play this video from South Sudan Foreign Affairs about their relationship with the United States.
Affirming the strong and enduring bilateral relations between the Republic of South Sudan and the United States of America. The ministry further announces that the Honorable Minister is planning for an official bilateral visit to the United States to engage in discussions with his U.S. counterpart on matters of mutual interest and cooperation, underscoring the government's commitment to strengthening diplomatic, political, and economic ties with the United States. The ministry also extends its sincere appreciation to the government of the United States and its embassy in Juba for the cooperation and facilitation in issuing entry visas to South Sudan's delegation, led by the Minister of Finance and Planning, Honorable Dr. Marial Dongrin Ater. The delegation is scheduled to participate in the 2025 annual spring meetings organized by the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund in Washington, D.C., and other engagements for the best benefit of the two countries. Special thanks to His Excellency Michael J. Adler, United States Ambassador to South Sudan, for his pivotal role in coordinating the issuance of the visas, particularly in light of the existing travel restrictions on South Sudanese nationals, and for his continued efforts in enhancing the already existing cordial bilateral relations between South Sudan and the United States. The ministry remains committed to deepening engagement with the international community and strengthening South Sudan's diplomatic relations globally.
You have heard it from the government of South Sudan government official. They are now trying to refer their relationship with the American government. So anyway, let me welcome people in Clubhouse. Thank you, Sister Rebecca and Brother Majuk. Majuk, do you want? Are you ready to go ahead and give you this chance? Majuk. Okay, if Majuk is far away, Sister Rebecca, welcome.
All right. أسعد الله أوقاتكم أينما.
Let me open the Harris. Yeah, come on. Yep.
Yeah, بيجانا كده.
In a go ahead.
Yes. أسعد الله أوقاتكم أينما كنتم جنوبي ناس المستمعين كلكم. أنا بسلمكم كلكم بألقابكم with all the protocol preserved. أول حاجة أنا هعرف نفسي بسيط عشان ما أنا أخش عشان الناس يعرفوا where I'm coming from. أنا اسمي ريبيكا كوتي مبير. Professionally, I'm a nurse in America. I have been a nurse in America since 2014. Prior to that, I was working in the health sector in America ever since I came 2002. And I graduated from Upper Nile University as a nurse. My specialty here in America as a nurse, I double major. My first major is women's health, which is labor and delivery, and then mental health. We call it behavior health in America after we just updated the name, but it's psychiatry in some countries, and some countries they call it mental health. I will talk first as the start of South Sudan that immigrated to America due to the war and the trauma that we've been through. I would say for me, it's all my life. I was born to this trauma and I grew up through it. And just احنا جينا في أمريكا. لما احنا بيعملوا لنا orientation في لأمريكا لما نيجي هنا, people will still remember those orientation of كانوا بيعملوهم زمان في IOM or في مصر أو في Nairobi or all these places refugees come from. They give you cultural orientation. إنه لما تيجي هنا هتشوف شنو what the weather look like, how should we dress up, work, and ethical component of American just like jobs. However, we are not oriented about the law. In the law في America هنا ده بيكون شكل. So when we come to this country, it just by nature, South Sudanese are not, they're not difficult with the law, dealing with the law, actually.
Hey guys, some of you know club in Facebook. It sounds good. Can you guys hear that good?
But now some of our behavior can be taken as illegal behavior. يعني I grew up in a very natural household where if I did something wrong as a child, any adult in the house or outside the house witnessing is entitled to punish me however they want. They can beat me, they can just talk down to me, or however they think is the right thing to do. And this is unacceptable behavior back home. لما تجينا
Thank you,
هنا ما
Charles.
في جنب بدكم. لو دقيت جنب بتاعك and is a child abuse, is a child whatever. ففي النهاية أنت بتخش في bracket of the law not knowing إنك أنت بتعمل حاجة illegal. ده واحد من الحاجات الكتير كان واجه ناس الجمعة عيال صغار. أنت تتعامل مع الجنة بتاعك حسب you were raised, you and your siblings and how you witness people raising other kids. أنت لما تعمل كده عشان أنت بتحب جنة ده، أنت جبت هنا عشان أنت بتحب جنة ده. that is taken إنه أنت هنا عملت حاجة كده. ده واحد من الحاجات اللي دخلنا في bad legal fights in America هنا. Second thing, إحنا we are dealing with things that we don't want to acknowledge إنه ده مشكلة. We are traumatized. يعني all of us حتى الناس اللي إحنا ولدونا في خرطوم وربينا في خرطوم, it's a big level of trauma. It's abnormal for any human being في العالم كله. فهنا جنوبين بنفتكر إنه حاجة ده عادي. And ده حاجة من الحاجات بتاع trauma. It appears when you are in safety. عشان كده بيسموه PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder. بعد ما التروما ده بينتهي is post traumatic stress event. بعد ما انت تيجي في المحل الحالي انت الحاجات ده اتكشف بتصير في behavior بتاعك, بيكون عندك anger, you are depressed, you're doing this, you are not doing that. فده بيخليك انك تتعامل مع حياة بطريقة ما friendly للناس اللي جنبك او ما friendly to your behavior انت كإنسان عادي. And when you don't have a diagnosis, America will take you as somebody who intentionally committed atrocity. They know that مرات they want to numb this pain by drinking, and they become alcoholic after they come to America. It's not because they made a bad choice. It's just that the trauma is associated with the trauma. How we deal with trauma, the anger, unexplained reaction. I mean, like you don't even know why you're doing it. Was it just like driving for long hours? Yeah, الناس تجيبنا ويمشي من هنا ده, أو you stay on the phone for very long time, and then أنت بتعلي صوتك and everything. في حاجة اسمها abuse في البلد ده, ما عشان تشيل صوت أو تدي زول بني وكده. Verbal abuse is part of it too. وإحنا ما بنعرف إنه لما تتكلم بصوت عالي or you bully somebody إحنا ما بنعرف حاجة ده. So this is another thing. Another thing, في زمان هنا عملنا survey how many South Sudanese people in هنا ده في jail أو في prison, وهم مشوا هناك عشان شنو. We found a big number of ناس في هنا ده. It's just two things. Either they were drinking and driving, إنه أنا ما حاجة ده ما بيأثر, or if you drink and then you underestimate them and أنت حصل معه, or you be the only one who drives in the household. And you drink and then بيكون في حاجة محتاجين ليه, في جنب البيت دايرين يجيبوه من practice, أو مثلا مرة دايرة تمشي تجيب زول, أو في زول ضرب لك تليفون قال تعالي you pick me up. So you underestimate the amount of alcohol you consume. أنت بتقوم هنا ده بيمسكوا في عدد كبير زي ده. عدد كبير جدا جدا ده الناس بتاع domestic violence. أنت بتكون دايما ما عندك أخلاق بتاع التفاهم, and then you start just like تتضارب في البيت, ده بيقوم بيعملوه ده جريمة. And this applies to men or women by the way. يعني I know personally at least 3 women هم بيكونوا زهجانين وزعلانين نظام لو زمان بيعملوه في خرطوم نسوان خرطوم لما تزعل تقوم تكسر سايبات كله في واقع, ويزول جاي بجنبك تمسك وشنو عشان توري انك انت زعلان في حاجة كده ما عجبك. If this behavior witnessed by جيران أو جيران سموا أو في زول نادوا بوليس, this woman should be arrested. And then the destruction of property, one. Another thing, ده غير المشاكل اللي بيحصل في الشغل. يعني عندنا حاجة هنا بنقول بطمان يعني الظهر. إذا ما داير زول يستفزك رعام ضليل ده, you have to deal with the person ده ممكن يكون supervisor, ممكن يكون co-worker, يعني أنت تتصرف and then you be classified as a violent person, and that violence إنه القانون بيكون بياخد مجرى بتاعه immediately. ده من الحاجات اللي إحنا بنخش فيه بدون قصد أو بدون معرفة أو مرات يعني just we can just handle so much إن إحنا بنتعامل كده. النصيحة بتاعي as a nurse in America, there's nothing wrong with the family to have therapy. حتى قبل things go out of hand. يعني every school من kindergarten all the way to college, they have school counselors. Some of them are academic counselors, some of them are medical and mental health counselors. Devote conversation with these people. Let them know where we came from and the nature of things we do back home and how we eat in our household and what's the type of jobs mom and dad have if the mom is still married. If you are a single mother, let them know your hours and the things that impact your kids. You know, they may go to bed before you come home or anything. Let's be open to school about it and seek help. The school can help you. Have your own mental health evaluation. لأنه sometimes حاجة بتاع مثلا لما زول يكون عنده جرح أو وجع ظهر أو أي حاجة مثلا physical, you will see it progressing or regressing. أنت بتشوف حاجة ده يعني بعينك أو بتحس بيه. But with mental health sometimes أنت you deteriorate without even knowing. يعني لكن الناس جنبك or if you have like somebody evaluates you, أنت بتعرف إنه في أيام من أيام أنت صوتك عالي. أنت بتعرف في أيام من أيام أنت بتبكي كتير. And then things are mixed up to us because we deal with so many griefs. There's so many things happening in our life here and back home. مرات هنا we don't catch ourselves. But if you have a professional that oversees you and your kids, sometimes في حاجات بيحصل وأنت بهنا. And I know it's a very strange concept for us, لكن it's needed. Uh, I respect this media a lot, and I will say something for the sake إنه يوصل لجنوبين كتير about domestic violence here in America. Domestic violence في household بتاعنا هنا في South Sudan. When we go back home, إحنا بنلقى ده الحاجة الوحيدة خاصة في راس الجنوبين هناك. إنه إنتوا بتلاقوا بوليس بيقوم بوليس بيجي بيحمي مرة وبيحمي كنيسة وكلب وجدادات وحاجات في البيت إلا راجل. And with this mentality of not calling help when things are dangerous, because لما الناس كبار يتضاربوا في مساحة ما في زول بيحجز فيه أو مثلا في مساحة فيه عيال صغار, uh, only by grace of God the safety will be maintained after the fight. And that so many times people are not safe enough. I don't think there's anything wrong with calling 911. However, don't lie to 911. If you think like you are in a situation that is so dangerous for you, whether it's a rajib or a mara, and you think it's very, very dangerous, and you think that the danger is not uplifted, call help, and the police will come. Those police are trained, and they will determine who's in the wrong side, at least for the sake of safety. يعني إحنا في النيوز, and then I wish you would put that news if you can look those up. يعني in news في South Sudanese ضبحوا نسوان or they shot them with a gun and it started with a fight, and the fight nobody interfered, and then في النهاية one person was killed, another person was taken to jail. ده من الناس اللي هيعملوا deportation ده في جزء منهم. The third thing will happen like the third disaster. One disaster إنه مرة بتكون مارد. The second disaster راجل ده هيكون في السجن عمره كله عيال. At this point عيال ديل the state will take over. وعيال ديل لما الstate take over إحنا ما عارفين. لأنه إحنا دايما عيالنا ما بيكونوا بسيطين. بيكون عندنا 3 و4 و5 و6 عيال. عيال ديل it's not one family is gonna take them. بيكون بوزعهم household. بيشيلهم foster care. بيشيلوا داير جنة واحدة, داير 2 عيال 3 4 عيال. Not only عيال ديل ما هيضربوا معانا, ما هيضربوا إلا مع بعض. They will not be together, and they don't even have mom and dad within reach. If calling 911 is going to prevent this, I don't think calling 911 is a bad thing. And I really encourage anybody who's in danger, whether it's a راجل ولا مرة, وشايف إنه شريك بتاعك is just like is acting dangerous, and you think that you may not get out of it easily, call the authority, because you are a taxpayer and you pay those authorities to protect you in time of need. If you need this, then no shame of it. ده حاجة مهم أنا بعرفه. The process of anger management. يعني أنت لو شايف نفسك كل ما تزعل تكسر حاجة كل ما تزعل, don't think this thing is something to be proud of, like we do back home. Oh, you know my thoughts. Oh, you deal with everything. This part of American law orientation. It's not tolerated. This kind of force and strength that is just to تقوم ربنا زي ما كده ما it's not taken here. وأنت لو شايف حاجة ده بالنسبة لك صعب جدا to deal with, it's just هنا take classes of anger management. Classes the marketeer is about 6 or 7 classes, and then you find some men, they will just go there and they will tell you things. They say like, oh, I did this and I did this and I'm in trouble now, and then you will know that the things that you need to protect, because احنا ما مسؤولين من نفسنا هنا, ما مسؤولين من عيالنا بس, ما مسؤولين من our future, بس احنا مسؤولين من ناس ورا. يعني لما one man taken to custody here, بيكون مثلا في بيت في نيروبي هو فاتحه, بيكون في مسنة قاعدة في مكان هو قاعد يصرف عليه, فبيكون في مسؤولية بتاع ناس كتار. when you stop here, ده زي راس بتاع قطر كله بكيف. So you are not just needed for yourself, you are needed for your family, you are needed for your relative, and you are needed for the nation too. The nation of South Sudan, in the bad economic crisis, they depend on us. Yeah, you clock in انت بتشتغل جزء من الماهية بتاعتك بيمشي, تمشي حاجات هناك في جوبا وفي جنوب وفي East Africa, وفي حاجات تمشي بنفسك. So it's unfair in تشيل حفظك, تشيل away where we have support and we have people who can help us, and help is too close to us, and we need to consider mental health. Mental health is a real thing. وإحنا we just بشر, إحنا ما حديد, إحنا ما ملايكة, إحنا ما آلهة, إحنا بشر. والحاجات اللي إحنا مشينا بيه زمن طويل ده ما حاجات البشر عادي بيمشي فيه بيكون معاقب. فالمهم this what I needed to say. بنتمنى لكم العافية والصحة and prosperity في أي لحظة في حياتكم. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Rebecca. You touched very important point, and this important point that you just touched them are the one that our families are facing here. Number one, you talk about the family counseling. It's a very important. When you got into problem with your wife or your husband, so you have to seek help. Make sure that seek help, that our family counseling are there. Take those counseling classes. So, but our people don't do that. They always don't seek help they need. So, and then number two, you mentioned about the hunger management, which is what are the problem that cause our people here. And number three, about money. This is one of the root cause of the problem in the household. Money are the problem. And our people see that thing, they don't. One of the issues that I see is like, even though we can take an example for American people, the way they do things, because you, wife and husband, you should have one account. You should not have like separate. A wife can have an account, and you husband, you have your own account. That's not the case. That's not the good. In America, here we have a joining account. Wife and husband, you have a joining account. And whenever you're making a budgeting and you want to help your people back home, you have to agree both of you to know what is going out or what is coming in. But our people, we don't have that. Okay, we don't have that. And we should think and try to do something like that. This is one of the things that I see is one of the root cause of the family breakup about the money issues. So thank you for touch those basic. I will come back to you, Nyakol. I have Majok, are you there? Okay, Imajok, you are busy. Let me move. Okay, Nyakol, you are, you raise your hand. Go ahead.
Do you know what, Ustaz Madid? Thank you so much. Ustaz Madid, you open a very good topic, but both of you with my cousin, Rebecca, you guys diverted completely from the topic. And that's what I've been realizing in Junubi. What are you talking about the account, about the mental health, about all this you guys say, is irrelevant to what you've been talking about for almost 1 hour. About 137 South Sudanese nationalists are subjected to be deported. If I come now, and I want to talk about my experience here in America for 20 years, when I talk to you about how did I go to Iraq and I come and I am specialized, I study this and that, it will be irrelevant to your topic. So, let us stick with the topic. Whatever my cousin said is all.
I think, Usanyako, I think what we are talking about, these are the, I think it's not out of the topic. I think what Sister Rebecca and I mentioned, these are the symptom of the problem. Because
it's not
another topic, it's on this topic. If you can see, we are talking about deportation. So we are talking about deportation.
Right.
We are talking about the deportation of those 137 or more. It could be more. Okay. What is the reason why these people are getting deported? So these are the problems.
Yeah. I think you're right. Even Rebecca was right. You guys were not out of the topic.
Yeah. So those are the reason why, because those are the reason why these people get into the problem with the law. This is what we mentioned at the part of those problems. So I think we are not out of the topic. So go ahead.
Let me talk on the topic.
Miyakon, thank you so much. Abraham Adis, thank you, the speakers on the podium and the audience. I just want to put something straight to my brother Miyakon. You see, Miyakon, you know it very well when you want to get into the root of the problems. You don't focus much on the symptom of that disease. You must look at the causes of that disease. What Rebecca was talking about, Abraham Adid, and even some of the speakers who will talk later on, you will hear people even talking about the family-based violence between a woman and a man. All these things attributed to all this huge number of South Sudanese that has actually compromised and being in conflict with the law of this land. And our people are becoming victims every time. So completely, I agree with them. And whatever dimension that you will look at it, we will also agree with you. Because what we are looking at or have a conversation about is the root cause. What is happening with South Sudanese in diaspora? What is happening with our families? What is happening with our children? That results to them being sent to jail, others being killed. Thank you so much, Nasib, and you can give us your wisdom in that regard.
I'm Alej. Sylvia Nasib, even in Sudan, South Sudanese are in jail. Put the police. It doesn't matter where you're at. South Sudanese are going to be in jail. They are human beings. Law was made because there are some people who will commit a law. Even Americans are in jail here. Let us talk about 137 South Sudanese. But my input that I want to put is not all. If you look into these people, and that's what I wanted to talk about. 137, you will find them. Most of them are not South Sudanese by origin. Because there are people who are holding South Sudanese passports, but they are not South Sudanese. And they committed a crime. But because they came in the name of South Sudanese, they are being deported today. If I'm lying, go and look for it. Finas, women add them as their husband from Nigeria or from Senegal or from any other country or from Ethiopia in the name of South Sudan. There are some women are being added by a man. They pay a man in the name of South Sudan, but they are carrying a passport of South Sudanese. They came. We cannot deny this. That's what I thought maybe we're going to talk about it. when it comes to domestic violence and all these things, it's not just South Sudanese. It's not about the trauma. I do believe there's a trauma. Even Americans, they have a domestic violence. America has a system. America has a jail. America has a prison before even South Sudanese came to America. So jailing and prisoning is not just because South Sudanese they came here. No. Go and look in the prison. You will find the majority of people are white men and women. Americans are not South Sudanese. Telling me all of them they are traumatized, that's why they are in the prison? No. Human behavior. Crime was made, even crime was committed before even the law was invented. Cain killed his brother. There was not a law, there was not nothing. And he killed his brother, he committed a crime, a serious crime. I agree, there are traumas. We are traumatized, I agree. I cannot disagree. But we cannot generalize all South Sudanese. Never. Because South Sudanese are different. Even all of us who are South Sudanese, like we are different. Some of us are very family oriented, raised in a very good family. Some of us have no clue about family orientation. Some of us, when they came to America, they have a civilization shock. Some of us, they have never seen a dollar until they came to America. Some of us never ride a car, never been in the car until they came to America. Some of us never been in an airplane until they came to America. That can be a civilization shock, not just a trauma. Some of us, they never have a talaja in Khartoum or in Sudan. Some of us never have a burger. Some of us never been in a very good toilet. And you want to go and say,
that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
It's a fact. Fact, because when I was in Egypt, some people who were brought to America here, instead to go to the refrigerator to go and fish for the water to drink, some of them they drank the water.
Why are you not talk about it? Why you not talk about the deported and you talk about go to toilet? Why? I don't see you know what you said. You kind of let it bit out of that.
Okay. So one mic at a time, guys.
Another way.
One mic at a time.
Deport 137. A chair on the toilet to go down.
Okay. Kennedy.
Rebecca and
Kennedy.
Now you're telling us not having a toilet is a problem? Does this cause people to have mental health?
That is a fuck to him because you try to be smart. But now you abuse your people. Who are you? About
Okay.
100.
So, okay.
That's the only way.
My third point when I'm very credential because sometimes it might happen not that great and if it not that I have not that. But sometimes the place that you get information from. One thing, and I believe persons deported there, they are not criminals. Some of them are criminals, but majority of them they would not so hit the car no بدون قصد يعني لو مثلا الناس شاروا مسدسات وضربوا ناس كده yeah those are criminals and crime is it need to be dealt with completely but مؤذن جدا لما تشوف انه زول بيخش في just لايف ستايل وهو بيشوف انه لايف ستايل ده مناسب and then يلقى نفسه in legal atrocity and then في النهاية it will be deported. That exactly where I came from and it's a big chunk of these people Hinaida and those study we just did with Hinaida.
Dr. Rebecca, Rebecca, you talk about verbal abuse. Okay? In Zola man kalam soya fa so to manada abuse. Can I like haja? I want you to go to YouTube, go and see the drill sergeant of Marines and drill sergeant of US Army. And young people, we just recruited them from the high school. We go, when we talk to them, we verbally abuse them. The why? You talk about the school, school system in America, you can make the school system in Shannon to Tarbiya Tadayan. is the same school اللي بيقول للعيال انه جنى راجل مع ولد يمكن يكونوا عادي يعني حاجه اسمها كلام الفارغ ده الدرام ده يشيلوا برا ده. كده I was a drill sergeant. انا كنت drill sergeant. And we are trained to yell at you, to verbally abuse you.
But you know what, yeah, Malcolm?
This room is not about Malcolm talk. Let Malcolm that's the question. Malcolm, you go open your room, talk about your mind. Get ready for it. Either you're America, you are Marine, you are a soldier, whatever. No one cares about you, man. They talk.
See, like, when you do this, you are professionally expected to do this. Like what I mentioned nursing, in mental health, when somebody is
okay, so some of you are watching in Facebook and YouTube. I will end up the show here. If you want to listen more for debate and discussion, join us in Clubhouse. So some of the people in Clubhouse, sometimes they will throw the word, and I don't want to be put on live here. So thank you for guys for watching. Join me in. So if you want to listen more debate and discussion, join me in the Clubhouse. Come to my Clubhouse. Those guys now that they're now they will be shocking each other, disagreement, yelling. So I don't want to bring those people on live show. So thank you guys. Join me in Clubhouse if you have a Clubhouse account. Have a good night. Thank you.
I believe I'm going to